Hi everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide. Now it's been quite a while since I've filmed the video showing my theme park memorabilia collection, and I thought today would be the perfect opportunity to give you a bit of an updated look round, but also show you a huge new item that I've managed to get that I am so happy about. I can't wait to show you this. It's also another restoration project, much like the Alton Towers bookworm that I got a number of years ago. I can't wait to get started on this and restore it. It is going to be a beautiful addition to my collection. Now, if you've watched the channel for a while, you'll know that for many years I've collected theme park merchandise and memorabilia, and over the past kind of few years started to get a lot more into the specialist items, actual things from the theme parks themselves. Now, for me, this all started many years ago when I fell in love with theme parks, and especially collecting theme park mugs, hence why I've got over 300 of them here in my collection. You can see them all around the walls here in the studio, and obviously use this for filming news updates for Theme Park Worldwide and other videos. 2.5 years ago, me and my dad made this studio, this whole space in the garden, and it's fantastic, it really is. However, the long-term goal is to still relocate this collection into a different space that can actually be opened as a visitor attraction, maybe with a few other things there as well. That's my kind of long-term goal. Obviously still quite away from that at the moment, but as much as this is a private collection, it's not somewhere you can come and visit yet. That is the long term, to relocate it, obviously have like all glass display cabinets and lighting, all these different things to display it all and preserve this history for everyone to see. You know, I love having this private collection here and always showing it on YouTube and in little videos and clips, but that is the long term goal. I really want everybody to be able to come and see it and obviously change it into more of a celebration of UK theme parks, especially with, of course, being here in the UK, and all of the items that I've got really are from UK parks, other than some of the bits that I have managed to acquire from abroad. But that's the long-term plan with the collection. Obviously, at the moment, I'm still looking for a location for that, and there's a lot more to it than just buying, you know, somewhere and putting it all in there. Got to think of the infrastructure and how it would set up if you are going to visit parking, all that kind of stuff as well. So, you know, it's all kind of going on in the background with everything as well. Of course, we love keeping busy. We've always got different projects going on. So yeah, that is kind of in the background at the moment, but it's something that I am looking forward to doing in the future, is having somewhere for all this collection, because I've got signage and wheels and ride parts and something extra special now that I can't wait to share with you. So my collection has just kept growing and growing over the years, and this shed that I'm in now is actually the original place where Theme Park Worldwide started back in 2012. Obviously this shed used to be my mum and dad's back garden, and it was just this one room here, you know, and I had all my mugs on the shelves at the side, and I didn't really have much signage and things. And obviously when we brought this property and moved into our own house a few years ago, I put the big log cabin in down here to have all the collection down here at the bottom as well. But yeah, I've got all sorts in here now, and this isn't even all of it. I'd say this is probably 60% of the collection. I've got bits in storage now as well. I've got things everywhere. You know, I'm just out of space. I need more room. So what I'd love to do is kind of, you know, spread things out more instead of having everything like on top of each other like this. Spread things out more, have displays, have like videos and projections, you know, kind of talking through the history of not just the collection, but also the theme parks that we've got here in the UK as well. Because I feel like that's what we need. You know, we need a British theme park museum. So that is the plan for at some point in the future. Now, the biggest question I often get asked is, Sean, how did you manage to get this stuff? Because obviously it's not easy to come by. You don't just walk into a gift shop selling ride parts, unless you're Blackpool Pleasure Beach. But now a lot of this stuff, a lot of Alton Towers items I managed to get when I worked at the park, giving some money to their charity, Merlin Magic Wand, for items that were literally just going to go in the skip. So like all these old Alton Towers signage, like the entrance sign there, you know, a lot of these things were literally just going to be getting chucked in the skip, which is crazy, isn't it, really? Other things that friends have gave to me, management at the parks, you know, whilst I've been travelling around, you know, like Portland's gave me the preview day sign for Lost Kingdom, bobsleigh from Oakwood many years ago, lots of bits from Apocalypse, got my restraints just over here, I've got an S&S restraint, and of course, Colossus there. You know, just little bits I managed to get, some through eBay, some through different auctions. This new item I've got is from a private collector on eBay that I managed to buy it from. Bits from Pirate Adventure, Joyland down in Great Yarmouth, Jewel at Alton Towers, Treetops at Oakwood, Coaster Wheels from B&M to Gerstlauer, through to, of course, Mack Rides. Bubbleworks, literally the collection has grown massive now. And, I've got so many bigger items. Bits from the Flume down there, another Megaphobia restraint, a goat from Pirate Adventure, a cannon from Pirate Adventure, the original stocks from the Dungeons, a Nemesis wheel cover signed by John Wardley, and of course all the big signage here. I've got a massive gun that's in storage at the moment from Drayton Manor and a few other bits as well. Lots more signage and big posters I've got, which I just can't display in here, So it's evolved, more signage from Apocalypse. It has evolved to bits that, I've bought over the years, like this lovely Big Thunder Mountain model from Disneyland Paris and a Nemesis original track section, to more unique items and things now. And it shows that evolution. I mean, down here, you've got the items that I've bought from the years during my travels to parks. And then obviously over on the left is more the bits that I've managed to acquire and buy over the years. But yeah, that is the long-term goal. I really want to create a big space, and even like what's on display in this one bit here. It's got such a story to tell. I love video screens. I love photos of things in the parks. The restoration work that's been done, like on the bookworm that me and Dad did. So yeah, that is the long-term goal. Obviously still away from that yet, but that is what I really want to do. And obviously open it as some kind of attraction with other things there as well. I won't talk too much about that yet. But yeah, that is certainly what the plan is in the future. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a bit of an updated walk around, show you it in here, and also reveal the latest item, which I've got to say, out of everything that I've got, this is probably my new favourite item. I mean, I love everything that I've managed to get over the years, but this new item that I've managed to get is absolutely incredible. I am really, really happy with it. And yeah, this is my first ever coaster train from a roller coaster. And you might be thinking, oh, this sounds really exciting. It's very different as well. It's not a traditional coaster train. And in fact, it's that big, it's not even going to be able to go inside here. It's going to have to go outside, but you can just make out. There we go, there it is. Now, you might be thinking, hang on a minute, that does not look like the shape of a coaster train. And what's that sticking out down at the back, you might be thinking? Well, you're about to find out. Come and join me. Let's go and have a look. Now, of course, been collecting items for many, many years, and I was really excited to get this thanks to a private collector. I was literally looking on eBay, as I do like every few days, for different items. And I saw this, put a bid in for it, and yeah, the lovely lady accepted my offer of £350 for this item. And when you see it, I think you'll agree that it's a good bargain, especially for a piece of theme park history like this. It's a bit of a restoration project, but it's going to be great. Now, of course, I've got a lot of special memories with quite a few parks, but mainly Alton Towers and Blackpool Pleasure Beach. They're the two parks for me that I've got so many childhood amazing memories from. And obviously I've got my big piece of Alton Towers, the bookworm, along with lots of signage and smaller items, but I never actually got anything huge from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And like I say, this is my first ever, hopefully the first of many, coaster trains. But a coaster train with a difference, because ladies and gentlemen, I feel like a magician. Here we go. The latest addition to my theme park collection from 1977, one of only 2 coasters ever built in the world, and the only one still left operating. It is, of course, an aerodynamics steeplechase horse. Look at that.
Wow, look at that.
There you go. Wow, what a piece.
That's brilliant.
From 1977. I mean, look at that. So obviously, only 2 of these were ever built. They're not horses, but 2 of these rides. One at Knott's Berry Farm in California, USA. That closed a number of years ago. And the only one still operating is, of course, Steeplechase at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, where it's been operating since '77. And yeah, look at this. Like, what an amazing piece. I'm really, really happy with it. Obviously, it's a restoration project, but not quite as much as the bookworm. You know, obviously, it needs a bit of fiberglass work. The first job on this is going to be stripping all the paint down. It needs a complete strip down of all the paint. And I really want to get this looking nice and fresh. I mean, obviously, it's going to take some time, going to take some work, but it's going to be a nice piece. And you might be thinking, Sean, where are you going to put this? Well, it's going to go right here in our lovely garden.
It's going to look lovely when it's finished, though. Like, it's just going to look so nice. It's not in that bad of a condition. Like, the bookworm was in a really bad state, whereas this isn't too bad.
Yeah, like the bookworm had a lot of holes, and we had to completely make like a new fiberglass body, like for the whole thing. Whereas with this, obviously this all wants kind of refiberglass in. You can use like body filler and that sort of thing. But the first job on this, and I am going to be filming a video coming up next. This is just kind of the reveal and a bit of an updated tour. It's literally going to be stripping the paint off. Now, it looks like possibly the original colour scheme for this horse was white. Obviously, they've got a few different colours on Steeplechase. Obviously, the ride does still operate at Pleasure Beach as well. It looks like maybe this was a white horse, but then they painted it this colour, like a brown. I prefer this brown colour. I really like it. So the plan is to restore it to the colour, to this colour here, the light brown, with obviously the dark brown there. We've got the black coming down here, the green seats, and the piece, obviously it's going to need a stand, because obviously when it's on the coaster, it's got like the metal bars that come down with the wheels that attach onto the track. At the moment, it's kind of resting on the leg. So the plan is to build like a new framework underneath, so we can kind of raise it up a little bit, put a little step in front, and then you'll actually be able to sit on here as well, which would be really nice. So we can both get on here, kind of the end of the restoration. With this one, I don't think it's going to take as long as the bookworm, but obviously we've got still summer, we've got a lot going on at the moment, so we're going to get started on it. So stay tuned in the next few weeks for another update on the steeplechase horse. But yeah, I'll just give you a few more shots of it so you can see it a little bit closer. But yeah, what a piece, really happy with it. Ah, look at this. Now, of course, comment down below on the video if you have ever experienced steeplechase at Pleasure Beach. The ride is still operating, and you might be thinking, hang on a minute, have you got one of the horses then if it's still operating? This is an older one that obviously Pleasure Beach didn't want anymore. Maybe it became too damaged and needed to be replaced. And yeah, here it is, like now in my possession here. Obviously, the park must have sold it years ago to another collector. They had plans to restore it, but just never got around to it. So it was just in their garden. And I saw it and I thought it's going to make the perfect addition to the collection here. A proper nice piece that you're actually going to have to sit on as well, which is going to be amazing. I mean, hopefully when I do get my permanent location for the museum, this will be a real centerpiece along with the bookworm. But I think this is probably even better, you know, like just because it's a real piece of old school theme park history. The bookworm, you know, dates back to 1996, but with this, yeah, it goes way back to the 70s. What a piece. And obviously 2 riders can fit on here, one at the front. But yeah, like all this, you might think, oh, it's going to take a lot of work. Not too bad at all. I'm going to actually start stripping this down this afternoon. And you know, just start getting the flaky paint off. Going to use some like paint removal and just get it all the way down. I know you could just kind of sand this down a little bit here, but no, it's all flaking off. Like, look at this, it needs a proper you know, get it all down, paint removal, and kind of go back to the start. Got the original bar down there on the front as well. Obviously there the stirrups down there. Very similar to a Derby Racer horse as well. A bit of fiberglass repair work down here on the legs, and yeah, a few other bits at the back, but yeah, not too much really. Not too much at all. It's mostly just it's this peeling paint. You can see that original white colour coming through. I did think, oh, should I do it white? But no, I like this colour the best, definitely. And they've got grey horses as well on Steeplechase. So there we go, a brand new addition to my theme park memorabilia collection. I am really happy with that. And it's just perfect because I've got bigger items from Alton Towers and lots of signage, and Drayton Manor, a lot of bigger items as well. It's nice to have something from one of my favourite parks in the UK, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And it's going to look really good, that is, when it's all done up. Like I said, I don't really know a time frame for the project yet, but it won't take me too long. Like, I'm going to get stuck in this afternoon with that. Dad's already like really into it as well. I'm thinking, oh, he's going to come round and help me do a few bits. So, of course, get some more footage and do like a full kind of restoration video. It might even be a mini series, a couple of videos yet. It's not going to be a full long series like restoring the Alton Towers bookworm, because there's nowhere near as much work that needs doing on here. But still, looking forward to that. Be able to get on my treadmill in here and go on sit on the horse just there as well. Yeah, it motivates me more to go on the treadmill. That's why I've moved it in here. We did have it in the house. I thought, let's move it into here because I can watch the telly in here, and yeah, just catch up on all my favourite vlogs and everything from everyone, and yeah, just, you know, chill out and enjoy it. But there we go. Thanks for joining me here on Theme Park Worldwide for a bit of a different update. This time last week, didn't have a clue I was going to have a steeplechase horse in the garden, but that's what it's like. This is what this hobby's all about. And you know, one day you can have big announcements and things, and the next day you've got a steeplechase horse. Like, it changes every day, and that's why I love doing what I do, because it's unpredictable. You just don't know. Like, all of a sudden this afternoon, like, a huge new thing could be announced, or we could be having a last minute trip somewhere, or I could be picking up a horse and driving up to Rotherham to get it. You know, it's one of them things. It's all part of the fun, but it really is. And of course, thanks for joining me for this adventure, and stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you subscribe, ready for a little series, little updates coming from the restoring of the steeplechase horse from Arrow Dynamics. That leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you all in the next video.